this video goes out to one of my special dear friends. Her name is Charlotte Palacios. This one's for you. I'm not able to cook for you anymore, but I'm definitely going to give you this recipe from my blessed kitchen to yours. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sarah and this is my blessed kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an enchilada rojo. That is enchiladas with red gravy. So if you want to know how I make this easy, delicious meal, just stay with me and let's get started. Right. Let's go ahead and start with our ingredients. We're going to need 2 pounds of pork. You can use ground beef, bistec, sirloin, whatever you want to use. So to that, we're going to have 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, 1 tablespoon of olive oil or regular cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of comino, 1 teaspoon of vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar or just regular white vinegar. All right, and for this sauce, everything is powder. You're not gonna need to boil any chiles. You're gonna need 1/3 of tightly packed all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, 2 tablespoons of tomato bouillon, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 cup of New Mexico chili powder. So it looks like this, New Mexico chili pepper. Okay, if you don't have this or you can't find it, just use a regular chili powder is fine. And 4 cups of water. You'll need corn tortillas and some corn oil or vegetable oil for frying your tortillas. And that's it. Let's go ahead and start the meat together. I'm just cutting up my pork. Whatever protein you have, you can always make some delicious enchiladas with. I'm gonna try to cut out the excess fat that you may have because the meat's already fatty. So if there's any excess, just take it off. And then I'll see you back here in a bit. Let's go ahead and start with our marinade. We're gonna put in our Worcestershire sauce, your vinegar, oil, bouillon, comino, and some black pepper. Just go ahead and give that a good. You want it to marinate for at least 30 minutes, but the longer you leave it in to marinate, the better. Okay, you're gonna need some cheese. I'm using Oaxaca cheese. It just melts so wonderfully. If you can't find this already shredded, the fud is good. It's really good on quesadillas too, but that's another video. I'm gonna cook the meat in a pan, and in the back, I'm gonna finish it off on the comal or the flat grill. That's where it's gonna give you that authentic taste, your restaurant flavor, okay? Make sure your pan is super hot. You can see it shimmer, so you'll know when it's hot. You don't want it to stop sizzling. That's why I wanted the pan really hot. So if you hear it start to settle down, go ahead and raise up the heat, and then we'll put it back down just a little bit, okay? Usually if this was beef, we would just tap and taste, because what you taste is how your meat is gonna taste. Right now we're not gonna do that because it's pork. So as soon as this is browned, we're gonna taste it before we put it over on the hot grill, okay? All right, see you back in a bit. All right, the meat is already browned. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna drain just as much as I can. Jojo. I'm gonna put some, just about 2 tablespoons total, right smack in the center. Okay, all right, this is how we want them to look. Okay, we don't want our meat like leather. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and then we'll start the next step. All right, this is how we want it looking. So you got that charred meat, just toasty deliciousness. That's what we're looking for. Okay, all right, we'll first start out, go ahead and mix in your chicken bouillon and your tomato bouillon. Okay. Don't have to be completely mixed, just get it all together because this is going to be your liquid. All right, let's go ahead to the stove and we'll get started. I thought I was recording. So you added everything in, your chili powder, your garlic powder, your comino, mixed it all in. As soon as you start smelling your chili powder, you know you're close. Okay, just make sure you don't see any dry ingredients. All right, you're gonna get your 4 cups of water with your bouillon. Stir it in. Mix everything really well. Looks like pasty on the bottom. Just make sure that there's no big clumps. Once that's all down, then we'll add some more. Do the same thing. See, it's starting to get thick again. So then here we go. Put the last of the broth in and we'll continue to stir. I'm going to raise the heat up to a number 7 and just continue to stir. At this point you want to taste. If it needs anything, go ahead and add it in. I think this is perfect. All right, we're just gonna wait till it starts to thicken up some. So you're gonna keep stirring for about 5 minutes, okay? So I have this on a number 7. Once it starts getting a little thicker, then go ahead and turn it off because as it sits, it's gonna be getting thicker, okay? So I'll see you back in 5. This is what we're looking for here. So it's gotten thick. That's just after 5 minutes. No matter how much you want to, do not add any more flour, okay? You're not gonna need to add any more flour. What you can do is just put your spoon in there. Okay, so the spoon trick always, get this back of the spoon. If no liquid is passing that, you're fine, okay? We're up to a boil now. Go ahead and turn it off. Make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom. Look at that gravy, it's perfect. Alrighty, now we'll go ahead and start with the tortillas and we'll get going. See you back in a little bit. All right, in a hot pan, you wanna go ahead and put about a cup of oil in your hot pan. You're gonna have your tortillas ready and a plate before you put anything in. Okay, you just wanna get something wooden to see if you get any bubbles. We are ready. I have my heat on a number 7. You're not gonna put them in here for long, just for them to get pliable. Going to be a few seconds on both sides. Okay, you'll see it rise up to the top. Once it does, it's ready to turn. You can use 2 spoons or a spatula if you want. Okay, you can use some tongs. I'm going to try not to rip it when it comes up, okay? I'm going to do a couple more with you like this, just so it's puffed up to the top, and just turn it over. Okay, it's ready. Just a couple of seconds on both sides. See, they're moving around. They're still gonna be cooking, so they're gonna get a little bit darker. Okay, we're not looking for any kind of crunch at all. So you're just gonna continue on until you're finished frying all your tortillas, okay? All right, see you back in a bit. All right, just for the cheese filling, I just wanna let y'all know what I do. It's a little extra. I just cut up some cilantro and some onion and put it in the cheese. It's white, extra sharp cheese. It is amazing. You don't have to if you don't want to, but this is what I do. Okay, let me put something on the bottom. I am notorious chasing my cutting board. Keeps your fingers safe and you get a better job at chopping. Okay, so we just spread it on the top. You can do this if you want to. If you don't, it's not gonna make or break your meal. It's just extra and it tastes so wonderful. And then we're just gonna cut our onion. We'll go ahead and add it in here. This is almost done here. We're just gonna set up our station, okay? All right, just get a little bit of oil on your casserole pan. Make sure it doesn't stick at all. And you're also gonna put your gravy on the bottom. So just in case, because you're gonna have cheese in here, you don't want anything sticking, and just wipe off the excess. All right, when we start first, is you're gonna dip your tortilla in the gravy. You can put it in your casserole dish. Whatever you're gonna start with, just build yourself a little station. So you have your meat, and you can make them as big or small as you like. You're gonna have your cheese, your onions, and your cilantro in here. Can you see what I'm doing? Then you roll it up, roll it again, and you're gonna do the seam side down, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put some sauce in on the bottom. Just make sure your pan is coated all on the bottom, okay? Then we'll do same side down. Okay. Just place them over. You can put them in the pan, the casserole pan if you want to, and You can go from there, or you can put it anywhere you want, wherever's most comfortable for you. Put pieces of meat. You don't want to make them so thick that you can't roll them, okay? You just roll it, seam side down, and just put them next to the next one. Your oven should be preheating. Should be on 375, and we're gonna leave the enchiladas in there for 20 to 25. So then we get our sauce. We're just gonna put it over each one and in between the ones on top. Okay, and in the corners where you have your tortilla. When you get your cheese, let's put the remainder on top. And that's it. All right, let me go ahead and clean up my station, and then I'll be right back with you. This is the sharp cheese, the one that I filled the enchiladas in. This is the Oaxaca. The Oaxaca, it melts so wonderfully. Okay, so we're just gonna go over, and can there be too much cheese, really? All right, so there we have it. So we're gonna pop this in the oven at 375 for 20 to 25 minutes, uncovered. Everything is already cooked, so we're just gonna heat it up until it's nice and bubbly, and I'll see you back in a few. And there we have it. Super delicious, so easy. The tenderness of the meat, the flavor, the smokiness of the gravy, onions, the cheese, everything is so perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this recipe with your friends and family. And I will see you next time. From my blessed kitchen to yours. Bye.
Y con tus labios rosados yo me muero por una prueba de placer. Siempre que estoy a tu lado, lo que siento